Hey guys, welcome to FanExpo. I'll be your host Lou, and I'm here with...
Hello, this is Expo. First time convention. What to do? Let's ask.
Well, I'm cosplaying as Princess Zelda from Breath of the Wild.
And I'm cosplaying as Wonder Woman. Hopefully you can guess that. Fingers crossed.
I would say the biggest don't is, or the biggest do is like communicate with people, talk to people. So like if you see a cosplay that's really cool and you want to take a picture of them, just walk up to them and ask, because most of the time we're like super happy to pose for you and super happy to like smile and make the picture better than if you just kind of snap us while we're walking by. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do I hold it? Maybe be very cautious with your money because it's so easy to go in and spend so much right away, buy 50 prints, a ton of memorabilia, a ton of little knickknacks and icons, which is great, but you could so easily spend so much. So be cautious, scout around, see what you want first instead of just buying things on a whim, and then figure out how much you're going to spend.
Exactly. Plus, if you can afford to wait till Sunday, a lot of vendors will have sales and discounts on things because they're trying to get rid of their stock, so that's also a really helpful way to save money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm Julian. And I'm Samantha. Cosplay is not consent. Yes. Like, taking photos, it's fine if you ask to put your arm around someone, but it's not okay to just do it. We just actually experienced this. Don't catcall people. Yeah. Just kind of be respectful, act like you would anywhere else in public, be a decent person. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Big do, bring comfortable shoes and lots of water. Definitely make sure, if you want a photo with any of the cosplayers like myself, just make sure to ask beforehand. Don't just kind of sneak up on them and then be like, bam, with your phone or anything like that. It's just a way to keep it more fun and safe and keep everybody comfortable. Yeah, definitely bring cash to spend because you're going to find so many things that you're going to want to buy and love.
Do bring a backpack. Wear comfortable shoes because you're going to be walking a lot. Bring a water bottle, maybe bring some snacks. And you can also go out to eat too, so you won't be stuck here waiting for lines. So
Have the money.
yes, yeah, because the food here is pretty overpriced. But if you want, you could wait in the big line, or you can always go outside and buy some grab food anywhere else.
Don't would be don't sneak take pictures of other people just because you want to.
Yeah.
And also, again, don't wear like uncomfortable shoes because you might have bloody blisters.
Oh my gosh.
Don't like, if you're like taking a picture with somebody, ask, like, a big don't is like, don't just like go up and give them a hug. You gotta ask them first.
Hi, I'm Maddie.
I'm Danny. Do eat and drink. Don't let yourself get like dehydrated or starving. Yeah, so just to add to her point, yeah, bring a bottle of water with you. You're gonna need it. Yeah. And don't wear heels. I don't care if it's part of your costume. Don't bring a set of flats. Yeah, good to know. Also, don't spend all your food money on art. That hasn't happened to me personally, but it seems to be something that happens to people. It happened to me. I spent all of my money in the dealer's room and I had nothing left to eat, so don't do that. Set a budget for yourself for food. Take the time to get a couple nice photos of your costume, because sometimes you'll just be walking around the hall the whole day and you get back and you realize I have no proof that this happened. Basically, yeah.
Comfy shoes!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I wore heels for the past like 3 years. Don't do it. Oh my god, do not. Also, what you should do is have fun. It doesn't matter what you're wearing, even if you're not wearing a costume, if you are, as long as you're having fun. That's what you gotta come here to do. Like, I mean, I'm a murderous clown today. On a regular basis, I'm not, but I'm having fun, so I'm gonna be a murderous clown.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to ask for pictures with people. Just like walk up to them and like politely be like, can I have your picture? Pretty much everyone's going to say yes.
Yeah, ask first though. Always like, make sure you ask.
Hey, yo, guys!
Hello folks, this is Andre and I'm at FanExpo Canada, the largest fan gathering in all of Canada. I am with the talented Brian Stelfreeze. If you know comics, you've definitely heard his name. He has worked for all the big companies, and I would probably say he's most known for his contributions to Black Panther. Brian, thank you for being with us, and how are you doing today?
Oh man, loving the city, loving the show, having a good time, man.
All right, so you've been in the business a long time. Your art is excellent, but I also know that you like to give back and you also teach. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the thing about it is I have very little formal like school training. Most of the training that I have comes from like old guys that have taken the time to like look at what I'm doing, giving me pointers and stuff like that. And I feel that it's an obligation to kind of pass that on to the younger folks.
So you give back. So do you do stuff like portfolio reviews and classes and stuff?
Definitely, I do portfolio reviews here at the show. I host a figure drawing group in Atlanta every week. And it's just kind of part of enjoying art, you know? Not only doing it as a job, but doing it for fun.
Right, so basically art's in your blood and you love it and you got to pass it on, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I was working at McDonald's, I'd still be doing this. You know, it's like full time.
That is awesome. So I'd like to ask a couple of just questions. If you could work on any character that you have not worked on before, who would you choose?
Oh man, well you know, I haven't done a Catwoman project. I wouldn't mind doing something with Catwoman for DC, and you know what? I wouldn't mind if it was DC and Marvel, Catwoman for DC, Spider-Man for Marvel.
Wow, that would be actually pretty cool, and that'd be a nice crossover. Could you imagine doing a Spider-Man and Catwoman crossover?
Crazy, man, that would be crazy.
Well, that's awesome. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Lunchbox. Thank you, Brian, for being such a wonderful artist and taking the time to talk to us today. And guys, you can check him out online. Look up his art. He is fantastic.
All right, man. Well, thank you guys for keeping it in front of people, man. Really appreciate it.
So, Ken, the folks know you because you're Lead Killer. You've been working in the business for a short while. Like some might say you're a rookie or a novice, but you're learning. You're cutting your teeth. Right now, what are you working on that you can tell the folks who may be listening and watching?
I'm working on the new Valiant series. I'm working on Bloodshot, and I'm also working on Milestone relaunch with Icon and Rocket. It's going to be pretty sick. I'm working on package illustrations for Hasbro. I'm working on the X-Men Legend line, and I'm doing some other stuff with Hasbro on some kind of movie thing, starting with N and ending Avengers. So it's pretty cool.
Whoa, so you've got a full docket. So when do you find time to sleep?
About at the end of the day, I'm just late with this stuff. So I manage. I just manage. You know, I mean, I just enjoy what I do, so it's getting a lot of fun. But I mean, having a chance to travel the world and draw comics and do some fun stuff. I mean, I don't sleep because why bother sleeping? I have a lot of time to sleep.
You can sleep when you're dead, but you can't draw superheroes when you're dead, right?
That's what I maybe unless you're dead man or something.
Unless you're dead man. That is really cool. So you mentioned Valiant, and you mentioned the Milestone Rebirth. Which one's coming out first, and where can folks find some of your art online?
I think the first thing that's coming out is going to be the Valiant that comes out in November, and the Milestone stuff. It's on the docket. I don't know exactly what I can say about that one. The first book is pretty intense and larger. So I'm thinking it's going to be in the new year, but I can't 100% say for sure like when. But it should be early 2019 in that area. But don't hold me to it. Right?
Okay, no promises, no pressure, but we know you're working in the biz and you're working hard. I know you personally. We've been friends and on Facebook and stuff, and you've been really generous with your fans. Can you tell us about the mysterious Lead Killer boxes?
Okay, so the Lead Killer boxes are sort of like my fan appreciation. It's giving back to the fans. So there's a few boxes being made, and amongst those boxes there is covers. So I think one in every 10 boxes there's going to be an X-Men cover or some other cover. So you have a 1 in 10 chance of winning a cover, because I know these covers are bit pricey, they can be expensive, but for a pretty decent fee, you're gonna get a piece of artwork for sure, original artwork. You get artwork on the box itself. There's a sketch cover in every single one. There's a canvas in every single one. There's a t-shirt in every single one. There's a lanyard in every single one. There's stickers, there's tattoos, and then there's some of them have toys in them that I've designed. I designed the box.
And the kitchen sink?
A little, it's just, it's sort of like me saying thank you to the fans for following me for the year, and I appreciate it.
So you put the loot in loot boxes, except everybody's getting something they want.
and there's other people out there trying to do them. Come get some.
Come get some.
Come get some.
Ken is doing it. Ken is always doing it right.
Yeah.
So again, thanks for talking to us. We're on the Lunchbox. You're going to see more of you because I know we're going to be getting together to do some stuff in November. And I hope you'll have time to come to the studio and we'll do a full-on interview.
I really appreciate any time I'm coming and hang out. There's one more thing I want to say.
Awesome. Go ahead.
If you're going to share table space with me, I get baked goods, and the least you could do is bring some cold milk. Chris Campana.
All right, you've been breaking Chris's balls, so we're going to go over and talk to him.
I can't speak on that, but I'll tell you, having some fun with him.
All right, Ken, great to see you as always,
Right,
and have a great show.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Hey there, guys, it's Rente. I'm here at FanExpo, joined with the Lunchbox, and we'll be talking to some cosplays today. So, let us go. So, what's the weirdest thing you've ever experienced at a convention?
Weirdest thing? Oh, I don't know. Being able to turn my head around. Freely.
Of course, that looks a bit difficult.
But in general, no, the best part is having people around enjoying themselves, portraying characters they identify with or they like, and just having a good time.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really hard to find weird because we're all weird, aren't we?
Yeah, of course.
I've run into a hallway at a convention that was just covered in different wigs.
Oh.
Just on the ground.
Interesting.
Everywhere.
Did it belong to anyone?
I don't know, because there was nobody else in the hallway, but there were just like 5 wigs sprawled out across the floor.
3 wigs?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever done to another con-goer?
I got married over the course of 2 days. It was beautiful. Our honeymoon was in Italy, and it went really well. And we're divorced now, but that's okay. I mean, 50% of marriages end in divorce, as you know. So
Oh, Deadpool.
it happens. It happens.
So we are joined here with...
Messiah Complex Cosplay. I know it's a mouthful. I'm really sorry. It's what I picked. Now I'm stuck with it.
All right, and what are you dressed as today?
Today I'm Cable from Deadpool 2.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about a time you've had a cosplay malfunction on you.
Well, it happened at this event last year. I came here as Negan for the first time from The Walking Dead. And I had a foam bat wrapped in razor wire, or plastic razor wire. And a little kid that was probably about 6 years old came up with his parents and went, Negan, 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 you're my favorite. And my first question was, how do you know who I am? I mean, I'm from The Walking Dead, you're 6. Like, where's your parents? And the mom's just back there laughing. So the mom said, can he hold your bat for the picture? I was like, yeah, of course. So I got it on my knees and I gave him my bat. And I kind of turned, and then all of a sudden I get smashed in the side of the head, and this little kid had whacked me with my own bat directly in the noggin, and the mom is just sitting back laughing the whole time and photographing it, and I'm just kind of doing one of these. I was like, thanks, I'll take that bat back now. And ever since then, I've never ever given a weapon to a small child. And I think that's pretty important to do. Yeah.
That's the lesson learned today?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Alright, so looks like we're here with Mewtwo. Anything to say?
I have moved the lake and the spring beneath Mount Cana.
Still want to take over the world?
You will tell no one.
Still want to kill people?
You will tell no one.
Good. Alright, so we're here at the Pink City booth at FanExpo Canada. So, tell us a bit about Pink City. What's it all about?
We're a clothing brand from Toronto. I mean, I say clothing, but we're mostly a lifestyle brand. We kind of cater to geeks and gamers and anyone who's kind of a nerd on the inside. I say lifestyle brand because we're not just clothes. We do events, we do community building, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
And how long have you guys been operating in Toronto?
Pink City has been alive for about 4 years, just over 4 years, encroaching on 4.5. But yeah, it's been a fun couple years.
Now, I've seen your brand growing over time. Of course, I live in Toronto as well. I've seen you guys collab with so many different cosplayers. And who are the more notable cosplayers you guys have worked with over the
we have to give the biggest shout out to Holly Wolf. She's the first one who kind of discovered us and started wearing our stuff. And obviously Jessica Negri now, so those are the big two, I think.
Amazing. Everyone wants J-Nix on their front.
I feel like we're like a clothing brand for cosplayers almost. Like we draw that crowd quite a bit, just by the nature of being in that community. But yeah, I think a lot of cosplayers, a lot of notable geek personas wear our stuff or like our stuff, and it's really cool.
So we have here lots of jerseys, lots of tanks, and of course you guys sell patches and you sell hats too. Is there anything else you guys want to branch out to or maybe expand on your current collection?
Yeah, I mean, so I do most of the design stuff. He does most of like the businessy stuff. So I'm always trying to like come up with new things to do. Most of our clothes, or all of our clothes, have been unisex up until this point. But just this past summer, we launched crop tops. So we're kind of like doing some more women's wear stuff. I kind of want to do maybe some more like gender-specific stuff. I mean, I say gender-specific, but I mean, anyone can wear them. Like dudes in crop tops is totally cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like more things that like, you know, aren't just unisex would be cool to do.
We're gonna do more accessories too, so jewelry and I don't know, techie stuff. I'm not gonna spoil anything yet.
Yeah, we have some stuff in the works that we don't want to spoil just yet, but maybe by the time this is out, we'll have something.
I love it. Now you guys have a lot of parties down in Toronto. And what locations do you tend to host at?
Our big two are Power Up Bar and Raiders, which is now known as the Hive, which is kind of Midtown. And we're actually throwing a FanExpo after party at Power Up. Yeah, and if anyone else wants to do parties, let us know.
Pretty cool. So if you're at FanExpo next year, other cons in the future, you're probably going to see these guys in Toronto running a bunch of parties. Definitely be there. Have been there. Very fun. But yeah, it's been pretty good talking to you guys, and yeah, we hope to see more of your stuff in the future.
Yeah. We'll be everywhere.
Oh yeah.
We're in your Facebook ads, we're in everything. We're on the internet.
Pop, I'm wearing a shirt. All right, so today we are here with
Taylor, also known as Rolliat is Taylor.
Now, I know you do a ton of stuff with Pink City. Now, I want to know how you got started in that and what your involvement with them is.
Like basically how I met Pink City. Yeah, like it was honestly, I found them on Instagram. I really liked their stuff. So a few years back, I met them actually at FanExpo. So this will be our like 3-year anniversary, which is nice. So I met them and they're like, hey, we recognize you. And then, I don't know, we ended up like collaborating after that on a few things. So I was in like one of their videos and a few of their like shoots and stuff like that.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. So, of course, you're also very big in the cosplay community. Yeah. I want to know where you started. What was your first cosplay?
Oh my god, that was forever ago. I've been cosplaying for around like 10 years now. So my very first cosplay was Kairi from Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts was like my favorite fandom at the time. So that was my very first cosplay.
That's amazing. And now you've skyrocketed with all your costumes and stuff you're doing. Now, I want to know where you are right now. You do a lot of collaborations, and of course, you travel.
Yes.
So, where's the most recent place you've been?
Ooh, most recent. I went to Boston for Boston Fan Expo, actually. So that was a lot of fun. And then I was at San Diego Comic-Con, and then Anime Expo. So I'm all over the place right now, but I love it so much.
That's amazing.
It's so much fun.
Oh, that's so amazing. What's the most recent costume you've done?
Recent cosplay. Not including the one I'm doing tomorrow, but I have a new one I'm doing tomorrow. I'm doing Soldier 76, actually.
That's
First
amazing.
time ever doing it. I've been talking about doing it for like the longest time, and I was like, I have to get this done. So
I saw
finally.
you did like a swimsuit version at Colossal Con.
Yeah, I know.
So now it's like the full thing.
I know. I was like slowly getting to it, but now it's finally coming, so I'm so excited.
That's fantastic. I'm so excited to see it tomorrow, and we will catch her at future cons. Make sure to follow her on social media.
I am Saffron Flame or Mackenzie or Mac. Anything works, really.
And what are you dressed as today?
Right now I am dressed as Todoroki Shoto from My Hero Academia in the gym uniforms.
Is that your favorite character?
Icy Hot Boy is best boy.
Perfection. Now, tell us about a weird con experience. Ever had like a costume malfunction, anything like that?
So this year at Anime North, I was in Garen from League of Legends, and he has these giant shoulder pads. I made them around this large, and the issue is, even though I used EVA foam, they were still so heavy because of the size, and they kept falling off of their clips. So what I had eventually ended up doing, because I got really angry trying to like clip and then it falling off and clip and adjust, I just super glued them to my shoulders. Oh, it burned, but it stayed on for the rest of the day.
Anything for the costume.
Cosplay is pain, but it looks great.
All right, so that was here first at FanExpo, part 1 with the Lunchbox. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TV, wherever you choose to watch it, your viewing pleasures. Now, I had a pretty great time here. I think you did too. Wonderful cosplayers, fantastic people. And again, I am Renteicosplay. You can find me on Instagram.
Every year at FanExpo, I get to meet interesting people, and there is none other that is more interesting than the Black Bastard. One of our local talented individuals from the 6 is going to tell us about his book.
Oh, well, it's 100% wrong, but 110% fun.
You gotta love the fun.
Oh, gots to. Well, it follows the exploits of a high school guidance counselor who, when he drinks a glass of orange juice and utters the magical phrase, by the power of OJ, he's transformed into the Black Bastard. Oh, yeah.
So he's a guidance counselor by day and an orange drinking cool
superhero by night.
Awesome. All right. So how long you been doing this book, and what's your favorite thing about it?
Well, I love being able to interact and meet with the fans, and I've been doing this for over 10 years. And we have 5 different books, all self-contained with different themes. Like we have the intro issue where he goes up against the KKK, but it's not what you think. It's actually 3 ladies named Kim, Carrie, and Karen. Oh, and it's just lots of fun if you like to laugh. This here is the book.
All right. So tell some of our fans and the viewers where they can find the Black Bastard on the web.
Well, you can check us out at our website, theblackbastardcomics.com, or you can check out Paradise Comics at Young and Lawrence if you want to just go and pick one up right away.
All right.
Yeah.
And we can see you got plenty of merchandise. Is this con-exclusive merchandise, or is this available on the web too?
It's available. If you want it, I'll get it to you. Don't worry about that.
That's Andre and
the Black Bastard in the flesh
at FanExpo 2018. Hello, Lunchbox people. It's Andre, and it is comic review time. The best time of the week, new comics, and this week delivers so many fantastic titles. But I wanted to pick 3 different ones because, you know, I'm all about the variety and letting you know what's hot in the realm of comic books. So first up, we have The Cosmic Ghost Rider, issue number 3 from Marvel Comics. Well, if you don't know, in Thanos, Jeff Lemire created the Cosmic Ghost Rider, which was a bonded Frank Castle to the Spirit of Vengeance. I know, crazy, right? The Punisher with the unlimited demonic powers of the Ghost Rider and cosmic powers by Galactus. Yeah, this is crazy. Now, Thanos is involved, and I'm telling you, this book is so fun. It's fabulous. Frank Castle decides to go back in time to abduct a baby Thanos so that he doesn't become that killing machine monster. But when your dad is quasi the Punisher, how is this going to turn out? Well, in this issue, Cable tries to bring heroes from across different timelines and dimensions, but the Punisher / Cosmic Ghost Rider, well, he does what he does best. He punishes with vengeance. This book is fun, it's fabulous, and it's got some crazy combination of heroes like the Juggerduck. Yep, that's right, Howard the Duck combined with the Juggernaut. Check out Cosmic Ghost Rider, issue number 3 from Marvel Comics. Dynamite Comics brings us James Bond Origin #1. That's right, now we can finally get the origin story of the super spy. And it's not what you think. This tale goes back to the early days of World War I, and we see the moment where James Bond decides that he wants to serve country. This book is kind of crazy. I'm a big James Bond fan, and I gotta tell you, the writing is sharp, the characters are kind of cool, and this book's got a whole lot of potential. If you like James Bond, you gotta check out this series. DC Comics brings us Deathstroke #35, the last part of Deathstroke versus Batman. That's right. What could make these two guys fight each other? Because Deathstroke the Terminator is probably the most badass villain in the DCU, and we know that Batman is the willpower extraordinaire. This guy cannot be beat, but what would make these two guys fight? Who's manipulating it? You got to read this book to see, because the initial blow, the initial salvo, what triggered this whole thing was that somebody told Batman through a mysterious envelope that Damian Wayne, his son, was actually fathered by Slade Wilson, Deathstroke. Wow. Gotta tell you, this series is building up to this ultimate issue. Who's pulling the strings? Who's got the power to make these guys fight? And what's gonna bring them together to defeat it? Don't miss this series. If you're a fan of Deathstroke, Batman, or Damian Wayne, you owe it to yourself to read this series. Great action, awesome fights, the art was stellar, and like I said, the writing will just make you scratch your head, but it is so cool. So there you have it, 3 different books to check out. Hopefully you make it into your local comic shop, ask them what they're liking. These are my picks, and if you want to see more or hear more about Heroes World, check us out online, Heroes World online, everywhere.